6 million Americans suffer from asthma. Dr. Denitsa Blagev, a pulmonologist with Intermountain Healthcare, joins us now for a weekly Healthy Choices segment this week, and we are talking about living with asthma. 1 in 13 people suffer from asthma, so very, very common, and especially during this time of year, it is allergy season, so we've got a lot of people suffering right now.
That's right. So asthma is super common, and it can be triggered by a variety of things. So in the winter, often people have trouble with the air pollution that we talk so often about, and colds can really trigger asthma. But as spring rolls around and we get the pollen out, people that have allergies and asthma, often the allergies trigger their asthma, so that can be a big issue.
Sufferers are breathing easy today because we've got the rain, but soon enough we are going to see the pollen fall. We see the tree and the ragweed grass. I mean, that can all cause and be a trigger for some of these folks, right?
That's right. And those are kind of the outdoor allergies we think about. There's also indoor allergies like dust, and then often people will be exposed to mold or indoor pets and that kind of thing that can be a contributor as well.
What are some of the symptoms of people who suffer from asthma?
So very typically people will be short of breath, or they can cough, especially if they're exercising or exposed to a trigger. It can be a cough. Often it's what we call wheezing, kind of that whistling sound, and they're really struggling to breathe. People feel like they are short of breath and they can't catch their breath, and there might not be that many outward signs. I always remind people that we used to think that asthma was a psychiatric illness. So even if people's oxygen is okay, if they're struggling to breathe, they're struggling to breathe, and that can be asthma.
And some of the triggers, we talk about causes, which can be outdoors, environmental, indoors, but also kids develop it early in life too, right?
That's right, yeah. So it's a really significant problem in children, and especially as more and more children are diagnosed with asthma and may be affected by asthma during recess or at school, and may need to have medications on hand to treat it.
And if mom and dad are allergic or have asthma, most likely you're going to have it too, right?
Right, so increased risk of asthma if your parents have asthma, and actually increased risk of asthma if your parents smoke. So not that much you can do about your genetics, but certainly the environmental exposures are a big thing.
So with allergy and asthma, they kind of overlap. So you really got to know what your triggers are and how to maintain or know what to do when that happens.
Right, so the number one thing we can do to try and manage asthma is to avoid triggers. So some things, if you're allergic to a pet, you're going to require more management and more medications than if you didn't have that pet around. And sometimes people make that trade-off. But it's other things like, dust exposure. There's things you can do to minimize dust exposure in the home.
And people often have the inhalers. That's a type of treatment. What are some of the new studies that are out there about it?
So for mild to moderate asthma, for people that have chronic symptoms, the standard recommendation used to be that you have to have a controller inhaler. And a controller inhaler really maintains and decreases that inflammation, so that when you do get exposed to a trigger, your airways aren't getting as tight, you're not having as much symptoms. What was published in the last year or so and now has been issued with new guidelines from the Asthma Network is that these long-acting inhalers, you can use them as needed. So instead of having to always take the inhaler
Thinking that first
day,
thing in the morning or at night, you can do it as you're feeling short of breath.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so for mild to moderate asthma, if you have severe asthma, you need to be on your controller, but for these milder cases, it's about as good to take it as needed as it is to take it twice a day. Not perfect, but you get a lot less medicine, and it's pretty good.
Dr. Denitsa Blagev with Intermountain Healthcare, thank you so much for giving us details on asthma and allergy sufferers. For more information, go to intermountainhealthcare.org.